Morning. Running a bit late. Sorry. My apologise. We will get on with the ATM. I'll give it a couple of minutes though, let a couple of people come in. And then we'll be good to go. Apologies. I mean, literally, the girls have just left for school and I've gone, is it really that time? Quick. Get a move on, kid. Get a move on, woman. Welcome, good morning, this is the ATM. I'm sure people have been looking for me for a couple of minutes. Apologies for my lateness. I think we can just say that I just lost track of time. In the busyness of home life in the mornings, kids have left, slightly confused. It must be gone 8. And there it was, gone 8. And here I am, late. So we'll still get the normal stuff done, of course. Some of you may have begun already. Some of you may just be coming in. But I tell you what, I'll get going straight away. And then anybody coming in can, of course, get stuck in as they arrive. All right, 3, 2, 1, morning, welcome, 8 a.m. Slightly later than scheduled, but here anyway. 16th, Thursday the 16th of May is the date today. Shall we set ourselves up, good posture, lift and lengthen, stand up tall or sit up tall, wherever you want to be. And hang on, let me just hotch back. Let me hotch back to hotch forwards with a bit of hip walking, pedaling the legs away from there, into some leg marches, building in the arm swings as you see fit and when you are ready. Now, I just literally did that really quickly. You might want to spend a little bit longer with foot pedals. You might want to take a little bit longer with leg marches before you bring your arm swings in. So we've got a bend at the elbow as normal. Fix that elbow bend and swing the arms at the shoulders. Hips, knees, ankles, feet and toes are into this marching action. In seated, you might get a little bit of a squish in your hips in the front here. In standing, you might get a small amount of acreage around your hips. But all of that is normal and to be expected, as is you starting to breathe a little bit deeper. Rather than faster, just deeper, taking just that bit more oxygen in, widening into the lungs, widening into the hips as well, ribs, that's where they are, as we get our heart rate lifted slightly too. This will all warm you up, just this easy movement, continuous level of effort. Certainly no intensity comes into this circulation boosting march. If you want to take a pause with the legs and just finish off with a bit of a arm swing action on its own, you can possibly try and make that movement a slightly bigger. And when we've done, which can be about now, relax your arms, loosen floppy down at the side unless you need external support. And if you do, try and make sure that your arm can move around the external support so that the shoulders move freely as well. Lift and lower. You might want to breathe in and breathe out as you lift and lower. Really lift and squeeze, really lower and press. Maybe a small reach towards the floor with your fingertips as well, just to get that extra bit of press down through the shoulder range of movement. That might feel stiff, bit tight, bit clicky, bit clunky as you initially get started, but as you get through a few and progress now into the shoulder rolls, stuff should start to feel looser around the area. Now, just one lot of lifts and lowers might not be all that you need throughout the day. So in the time that it takes to do a few lifts and lowers, maybe a few arm swings to warm the shoulders up as well, what we're talking, a minute or so of putting that into place, maybe a couple more intervals throughout your day. Right, into the head turns now. Morning all. Turning the head to the side, but leaving everything from your collarbones down square to the front. Twist, turn, look, glance. For all those twisting, turning, looking and glancing occasions during your day, you're going to feel a little bit of a pull and some length in the neck area. It should start to feel looser just as we go through the next couple. You may even find that you're able just to turn and look and glance that tiny bit further round as the neck loosens from that first effort to the final effort. And again, if you typically hold a bit of tension in your neck, you know that you get stiff neck, a crick in the neck, or if you've done a lot of shouldery action, maybe some lifting of heavy objects, items, then a combo of this top trio, upper side stretch and chest stretch might be a good combination for you to practice throughout the day. Here we are then with our chin tucks, so drawing the chin in towards the throat, which will in turn lengthen up the back of the neck, restack the spine, and can make you feel a bit taller, a bit longer in the neck. Head, weight of the head restacked so that we're not putting any extra stress onto that bottom part of the neck. We're sharing out the weight of the neck, of the head on top of your neck and shoulders. Right, top trio done. Moving into a wider position of your feet for all of your trunk movements. You might want to hold your hands together as you reach and draw the elbows back and row, or you might prefer going from your external support and just putting in one arm into that rowing type action. So building a bit of extra warmth in the trunk through this circ boost action. Eyes forward so that you're not whipping your head and round to the side. Sometimes that can give you a balance challenge or a bit of dizziness or foggy headedness. So eyes forwards on this particular move. Can you feel a bit of extra warmth building? Do you want to be, for side bends that we're going to move into next, do you want to be in seated with the hips glued and the feet maybe a little bit wider too? Or do you want to be in standing with your external support either in front of you or perhaps not being used with the arms just by the side here, look. So the top shoulder stays stacked on the bottom shoulder. The sides are lengthening as the other side collapse down, rib to hip. Knees can be soft and spongy. Feel the weight share even over both your feet here as well. Rising up, lifting up, lengthening up, and just resetting your posture in between the leans. Think about the times you need to reach down to pick stuff up, put stuff down, lift and lower items from seated or standing positions. These are in your day somewhere. Into the trunk turns then. You might want to get your arms out of the way. You might want to use your external support in with that turn. You might want to nudge up to something, which gives you a bit of a checkpoint on whether your hips are moving. Turning, twisting, maybe having a bit of a glance over your shoulder after your trunk has moved. So let the head stay still for now. Twist and turn. It goes with the twist and turn, but then we can add another twist and turn onto the neck area too, if you want. If you're in seated, your hands are likely to be coming across to the opposite leg. Try not to use that as a pull point though. Just use it as a rest point. Up tall in the middle, just resetting, restacking. And your twists and turns, around 5 on each side, just to give that loosening effect. And then we're ready for our final visit into trunk movement, which is a back extension, an arching movement, a lifting, extending, opening movement for your posture, and for any reaching, lifting, lying down on your front, turning onto your front positions that you might get into during the day as well. Chin comes down into this like in a chin tuck, so that we leave our eyes looking at the wall rather than looking up at the ceiling. Your neck might not agree with that squishy action at the back. So lift, lift, lift. Loose knees, external support if you would like it. Feel a real bit of length in your tummy and your stomach area there. Lift, chin tuck, check. Back extension, lifting and opening, extending and making you feel taller in your posture. Right, shall we hit it with the ankles, feet and toes and fidgety feet actions? Peeling the heels, bit of a foot pedal you can do, a few toe taps as well. Sponge through the knees on this pit. You'll need to give that some cushioning, that movement. Without the bounce, you can lift and splay the toes, getting some toe hinge lifting action, which we apply to walking when we're picking up our feet, picking up our toes and heel toe walking. And you might want to go in for some toe crunches too. So turning the toes in, tucking them under, and you'll feel the arch of your foot lift up and away from the ground a bit more. Have a look down, see what your feet are up to. And then have a look at these and decide where you want to be for your heel toe action. In standing, take away the balance challenge. If we're too worried about balancing, then we're perhaps not going to mobilise the ankle as well. So use your support. Weight over this standing leg that's strong. Toes down to heels down. Exaggerate that movement of your ankles. And then in seated, we can do that from active sit, toes and heel. Or we can do that from a little bit more of a supported position for our posture. So hip walking back. We've got a bit of support there and we can lift the foot. Just have it hovering off the floor as we do our 4 or 5 ankle mobility moves right there. And all of those ankle moves are apparent when you are doing some seated movement. So maybe you're stepping round or hip walking forward. You can see how the ankles are involved there. When you tuck your feet back, the ankles need to have some mobility to get you into sit to stand. And when you're walking, stepping, stair climbing, up or down slopes, all of those things, ankle movement avoids us being flat-footed and short stepping. There we go. There's your full round. albeit slightly a few minutes late, but here and done. Thanks everyone for joining me. I'm going to leave you with Bex for today's 12 noon and 4 p.m. Thank you, Bex. And I'll see you for a double tomorrow and over the weekend. I think Saturday's my day where I'm doing 2. All right, have a good day. Ta-ra for now.